Hello everyone, Ryan here with Product Impressions. It's the holiday season once again, and so I figured I would give a rundown of all of the products that I have received that I believe are actually worth your time and worth giving as a gift if you're looking for something to give to someone. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off, let's take a look at some of the easiest things to give. A lot of people give or receive clothing for the holidays, and in the spirit of that, I would say that one of the best pieces of clothing that I've gotten is actually this puffer jacket from Amazon. It's still packed up because I have not gotten it out quite yet for this holiday season, but I'm anticipating doing that either later today or tomorrow. So it's great. It's an incredibly warm jacket. It feels really comfortable. It looks nice. And as you can see, when it's all bundled up, it's about the size of a shoebox, so it's not taking up a lot of space in your closets or hanging up anywhere when it's out of season. So this Amazon puffer coat, really nice, a great thing to have. I'm looking forward to wearing it again this year. Next up, we have underwear. It's not the most glamorous thing. It's a little bit awkward to get or give as a gift, but if you're looking for someone for something for the significant other, the guy in your life, I highly recommend these Duluth Trading Company Buck Naked underwear. That particular line, I have been wearing these for at least 2, possibly 3 years, maybe longer. I honestly don't remember when it was that I did the review on them, but they look exactly like they did when I bought them. There might be 1 or 2 pairs where there's a little bit of fraying on a seam or something like that, but otherwise they look and feel like brand new after years of wear. So these are definitely worth the money. Moving into the audio, I've reviewed a lot of different speakers and headphones and things like that, and I would say that the best that I have seen, let's start off with a portable speaker. That would be the Willen speaker from Marshall. I've used various different portable speakers, and for the sound quality, the size, the durability, all of that, the battery life, big for portable speakers, I would say that this Marshall Willen is the best that I've tried. I've used others from Sony, which have some added features, like if you're taking it to the beach, they have some that are water resistant and things like that. But overall, for general use and pretty much any portable situation, I would say this Marshall Willen speaker is about the best that you're going to do with portable speakers. Moving into headphones. If you're looking for a pair of headphones for exercising or to give as a gift, I would recommend these LG Tone Pro headphones. I've tried a lot of different ones. A lot of these in-ear headphones don't really fit terribly well, or the noise, well, if they don't fit well, they're not comfortable. Noise canceling doesn't work, things like that. But I would say sound quality wise, stability of the connection, touch controls, noise canceling, these are just head and shoulders above every other one that I've tried. And I believe that they are in around the $150 range. So it's not insane for headphones. They are pricey, but they're not crazy. So if you're looking for something small, portable, good for exercise, I would say that this is a good way to go. If you're looking for something more larger over ear, you plan on using it around the house when you're working, things like that, particularly travel, I would say the Sony, I believe it is like WH4000XM. These started off, the 1000 series, 1000XM4, something along those lines. The 1000 series headphones, I had the first generation ones. I used them until they completely fell apart. I got the 4th generation ones and absolutely love them. They are better, I would say, somewhat noticeably better from the 1st generation. I have not gotten to try the 5th generation ones that came out earlier this year, but I am immensely satisfied with these. They work fantastically well for particularly plane travel. Being on an airplane has never been so quiet as when I've been wearing these. So yeah, these block out a ton of background noise. Like I said, airplanes, oh my God, such a difference. Fantastic headphones, excellent sound quality, excellent battery life. Really no complaints about these 1000 series headphones from Sony. I would even say it doesn't matter that much which generation you get. If you happen to find the previous ones, the 4th generation ones, on sale, by all means go ahead and get those over the 5th generation, because I can't imagine that the advances were all that amazing. There is an aesthetic difference between the two, but yeah, you cannot go wrong with these 1000 series headphones from Sony. In the same vein with travel, I would say that one of my favorite purchases that I actually made, I get various products delivered to me for my reviews, and I give honest reviews. There have been plenty of them that I've said aren't really worth it. But this is one that I actually bought myself and use every time that I travel. This is a 17-inch portable monitor from Lepau. One thing that I'm particularly happy about this, it is only 1080p, but by and large, I don't find that that makes much of a difference. I don't really need a 4K monitor while I'm traveling because I'm not doing it all that often. If you're traveling extensively, sure, go ahead and get a 4K version. It's going to be a little bit more expensive, but I've been using this for several years. Every time that I travel, usually working, I work from home all the time, but if I'm working from my parents' house or while I'm traveling elsewhere, this has always come with me. A big thing to look for if you're looking at these portable monitors is to find something that actually has power delivery through it. Because most modern laptops, they get charged through a USB-C or a Thunderbolt connection. And that is the same as this. The advantage of having power delivery through the monitor is you don't need to bring a separate charger. You plug your computer plug your computer charger directly into the monitor, connect the monitor to your computer through the same port that you would normally use to charge it. You both have an additional screen and you're charging your computer. It works fantastically well. So yeah, as far as travel is concerned, that is a big consideration that I hadn't really thought about too much before looking at these. But yeah, get something with power delivery so that you don't need to have additional chargers and cables and things like that. With this, all you need is the monitor and one additional cable to actually connect it to your computer, and you're good to go. Speaking of work, another thing that I would highly recommend is a sit-stand desk. For those of you who work from home all the time, I've had this sit-stand desk. It's just a manual one. This was like the cheapest that I could get, and it's held up extremely well. I've obviously set up monitors on their own stands here, a keyboard tray underneath, and there's some wire control baskets and things like that that I've attached on the back underneath. Overall, if you've never used a sit-stand desk, I highly recommend it. I find that I end up standing for usually about 3 days a week and then sitting maybe 2 days, maybe a little bit less. Some days I might crank it up or down. But yeah, sit-stand desk, fantastic. Along those lines, I've also been using the C1 walking pad or walk pad, whatever they want to call it. It's basically a little treadmill that folds up and can be put out of the way when you aren't using it, and when you are wanting to use it, you can lay it out flat. It's great if you want to put it in front of a TV or while you're working. Another advantage with the sit-stand desk, you crank it up a little bit higher, you lay the treadmill out underneath it, and it is excellent. You can get a little bit of walking done, particularly during conference calls or things like that if you're not having to talk a lot. Even if you are having to talk, it doesn't make too much noise. So you're not really going to be disturbing other people on the call. It is a very quiet treadmill. It doesn't go extremely fast, but that's also great because hopefully you're not sprinting while you're working. So it's very quiet. You get some extra movement while you're working from home. It's easy enough to continue using the mouse and the keyboard and all of that. I've had absolutely no problem with that. I've been working on reports and things like that. No issues at all. So yeah, highly recommend that as well. I have reviewed several personal care items, and one thing that I would say is one of the best that I've received is the water pick. This is a fantastic device. If you're not really big on flossing, and let's face it, who is? Flossing is really not pleasant. I guess you get used to it after a little while, but in any case, if you're having a hard time with flossing on a regular basis, I highly recommend getting one of these. It's really great, particularly these countertop model ones. It's got a knob on the side here to control the power of it, so you can crank it up as high as you need to. And if you have any kind of like little gaps in your teeth or things like that, food can collect there. With this, you can easily just blast it right out. Particularly if you crank it up to a higher setting, you can really just flush everything out. I highly recommend this. I've been using a water pick for at least a couple of years now, I believe, and I've had absolutely no dental issues in that time. So even one of my teeth that is more filling than tooth at this point, the dentist said that before long it would have to come out and be replaced with a crown. It's been, I think, 2.5 years since he said that, and every time that I've gone in that time since using one of these things, they've just been telling me my dental hygiene is fantastic, no issues whatsoever. keep doing what I'm doing. So yeah, I highly recommend one of these countertop models from Waterpik. All right, one more item that I think is really worth considering. One of the most economical ways of having entertainment is, I would say, learning about music. And so if you know someone who's really interested in learning how to play guitar or bass or any other kind of instrument, I have really enjoyed this particular guitar is one that I built myself out of a kit from Harley Benton. These are not as easy to find as you might hope in the US. They are distributed exclusively through a store in Germany. But the kit, I believe, was $110, and that comes with everything that you need except for what you might want to use to finish the guitar. So for me, this was just a couple cans of spray paint for the front, for getting this nice color shifting finish from purple to blue, and getting a little bit of the color change there. And some varnish that I put on the back so that it's not just natural wood. But it was like $110 for the kit plus shipping from Germany. So if you're buying more than one item, it's great. I did want to make some little adjustments because I've been playing guitar for a while and I wanted to learn about how the insides work. So I got my own separate hardware with the pickups, the bridge, a little switch down here. I did all of the electronics myself, and this is made in the style of a PRS guitar. The cheapest PRS guitars are usually, if you find one on sale, starting around $700 to $900. I would say this is all in about $300, and I like it better than any PRS guitar that I've tried, just because I got to pick the pickups that I wanted. I got the sound that I wanted out of it. The neck is fantastic. All in all, great beginner guitars. Even their completely put together, finished everything models, the most expensive ones are around $300. So highly recommend Harley Benton. I even have a separate Harley Benton bass that I use as well for recording, playing live, things like that. So I highly recommend it. I have not had a bad experience with their instruments at all. All right, hopefully this rundown has been of some help to you. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're interested in any of the products that I've talked about, there are links in the description box. Some of these are affiliate links that go to Amazon if you are interested in looking at any of the products that are available through there. If you click through those and buy something, it doesn't give me a lot, but it does help me out. Every little bit counts. So I really appreciate it, and thank you very much, everybody. I've been doing this for years, and yeah, really just set out to offer what information I can to help people to try and save the money, because I get some things for free, and I figured it's worth it for me to just take a little bit of time and hopefully help people out so that they aren't buying products that might not really be worth it. But yeah, hopefully this has been of some help to you. Like, share, and subscribe. I will see you next time.